How y'all doing? Mike Brailsford here with Brailsford Woodworks. Thank you for joining me back on my channel. Today I'm going to start working on something that I've been asked for many times at my shows, and that is biscuit bowls. Now, a traditional biscuit bowl is a long, deep, oblong bowl, and they're done by they're hollowed out, and that's not what I do. I turn bowls. But somebody told me, you can turn one, it's just got to be big and deep. So this is big. This is 24 inches, and it will be deep. It is about 10 inches deep. I think the finished depth will probably be 9 or so. And that should fit the bill. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get this thing, the outside of this rough turned, so I can do the next step, which will be to core these. And so I've spent all day getting bowl blanks ready. I've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18 with this one that I have to rough out. But I've got probably 5 or 6 of these great big ones that will be for biscuit bowls, and hopefully they will fit the bill. And let's get started on it. So something this big, you want to turn it slowly to start, especially since it's not balanced. It's very big, and something this big, I got the largest faceplate I've got, and I've also got my tailstock up to it, which is absolutely critical for something this big. You don't want to have this much weight flinging around, because it was all I could do to lift it up into place and get it tied onto my spindle. So let's get started. And with this one, I'm using my 3/4 inch bowl gouge. It's a Thompson bowl gouge. It really is the deal for something this big. Something this big, I've hit stop. It's got a lot of momentum. I'm just going to let it slow down. All right, with this, I'm going to end up turning air on a lot of this because there's empty spots here, and as I move around, it'll finally get down to where I can turn it. So I've got this outer edge a little bit. Now I'm gonna hit the bottom. I'm gonna try to get it as flat as possible now, and I want to try to balance it as quickly as I can. Okay, so what I didn't mention is that this is southern yellow pine. This tree was cut down in, I would think it was March. A friend of mine has land a couple lots over, and he had some of his property logged. And the logging company left several very large cutoffs. It was what I was overcutting when I got my brand new MS400. And So right now I'm turning it, and this stuff is still very, very green, and it is throwing water at me like crazy. But I'm going to, when this thing, after I core it and I get it into my kiln and they dry up, I'm going to do one of my Sugi band finishes on these bowls, which I think will look really good, especially this grain. Very tight grain on this tree in particular, and I think it'll look great. So let me continue with flattening the bottom. Alright, so this bowl is huge. So I'm going to continue on doing this, but I'm going to do so in time lapse. So let me go to that. Okay, the outside is done. The only sanding I'm going to do, I'm just going to do 60 grit just to take off some of the rough areas, and then I'm going to get right to burning it. All right, let's burn this. Okay, I think it's time to wire brush it off. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Alright, so I'm going to get my die ready to go, and I'm going to put it on here. And this will be the first time I've used unicorn spit on a Sugi band bowl, so let's see how it works. So I've mixed up my red unicorn spit, and I usually, with the dyes that I do this with, I put it into a spray bottle, but I'm going to use a sponge brush with this and see how it works. The first of it is already dry enough so I can apply a second coat. Okay, I'm ready to start finishing the hollow on this bowl. The finish outside diameter is 17.5 inches. That's a big bowl. And right now, the thickness, as far as I can reach, we're still at like 3 inches thick, so through this whole area right here. So I got to take all this down to uniform thickness. I'm probably going to get it to about 3/4 of an inch. Being the bowl is so big, it can stand to be a little bit bigger. And if what my reading is about Biscuit bowls is correct, they're a hard-used bowl, so I want to give it some beef. So, yeah, let's continue on with hollowing. Alright, it's time to give this a light scorch on the inside. Again, I got some more of my unicorn spit red dye, and this time I'm using a foam brush. This will probably take multiple coats to get the desired hue. pretty happy with the hue I'm getting out of this. This is 2 coats. I might put a total of 4 on before I put on my first coat of poly in order to seal it up. So let me let this dry for a little bit and I'll come back. Okay, so I got to take that bottom tenon off this bowl, and I have nothing for it to fit on the lathe with, so I'm going to try something different. Here we go. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to tack it to the bowl. There we go. Get some safety glasses. I'm going to take it off with my router. There we go. All I do is sand it, and then put in my brand, and putting the putting the finish on. But I got a couple little pieces here I'll hit with a chisel, and everything should be good. All right, I'm applying my last coat of polyurethane, and that should get it for this bowl. That should be complete. All right, here's my great big biscuit bowl in the Sugi band method that I like to use. I love the raised grain on the outside with the hint of the dye in between the grain. I just like how that looks. And I like how the dye works on the inside with a slight blackening on the inside. I'm pretty happy with that. At any rate, I hope this is a popular item in the craft shows that I got coming up. All right, thank you all for watching. Please click like and subscribe if you've gotten anything out of this, and leave some comments. I answer every one, and as always, everybody, please stay safe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.